energy from the sun. That is the second chapter. We know that we all are living on this beautiful planet Earth, right? And this Earth is full of diversities. What is mean by diversities? Diversities in the sense different aspects present on the earth. We know that oceans are there, then continents are there, then mountains are there, plateaus are there, plains are there. These all are variety aspects, physical reliefs of the earth. As these all are present, we call earth is full of diversities. There are many diversities on the earth. And here we will study one important form of diversity that we can feel, okay, but we cannot see. One important diversity we are going to discuss today that we cannot see but we can feel. What is that diversity? That is temperature. Which one? Temperature. Temperature is one diversity on the earth, and this is not uniform throughout the earth. Some places are cool on the earth and some places are hot, right? Some places are cool on the earth and some other places are hot on the earth. In the morning, every day in the morning, we find it is cooler. As the duration of the day goes on changing, we will find the cooler situation turns to warmer. By afternoon, it becomes warmer and it becomes hot after 1. Then gradually it turns to warmer again and becomes cool by evening. That means the temperature on the earth's surface is not uniform. What is by uniform? Not same on all the places. Okay, is the temperature same on all the places? No, right? At poles, this is North Pole, where we find it is very cold, and at equator, this one, it is warmer, okay, and neighboring to the equator, that means the regions which are lying both side of the equator, this one written here A and this one B. These are the regions which are very near to the equator. There it is very hot. So how is the temperature on Earth's surface? There some are cold regions, some are very cold regions, and some are warmer, and some other are hot regions. It means the temperature is not the same on all the places and also at one place. Today morning, early morning by 6, how is the atmosphere on the earth's surface? It is cloudy, totally cloudy. Very cool it is. Some days in the morning we see sunshine clearly. Have you seen sunshine clearly today? No, it is cloudy. Then this cloudy atmosphere may change again when the sun rises starts all the places we have discussed just now. Temperature difference between place also cause winds and rains. What is winds? Huh? It is the blowing air horizontally. When air blows horizontally in this direction, that is called wind. You have studied in lower classes. Winds. Understand? Then rainfall. These are the two things. Rains. Winds and rain takes place due to the difference in temperature of one place to the next place. We know that the temperature is not same from one place to another place. That is the first thing. So when there is a difference in the temperature of one place to another place, that causes winds. That means winds takes place due to the differences in the temperature of one place and other. Similarly, rains also. And also the amount of rainfall received at one place to other place varies depending on the temperature. So temperature is one important component we are discussing here. Okay. And what I stated here, temperature is not uniform. It is different from one place to another place. First thing, what I said, there are many diversities. Second thing, I said that we are going to discuss one diversity which is varying very much, that is temperature. Third point, I said temperature is not same, not uniform in all the places on the earth's surface. And fourth, I said that some places are hot, some other places are cold, and some other places are very cold, like North Pole and South Pole. So the differences in the temperature will bring winds and rains. This is the point we discussed up to now. Okay. And this temperature and rainfall also affects the life of us. Okay, if rainfall is heavy, we have to suffer with the floods, right? If temperature is very high, we cannot bear it. It becomes very hot. That is difficulty. So these two things, what are those two things? Temperature, understand? Temperature and rainfall. These two things will affect our life very much. Okay. So here plants, animals also depend on heat and water. We all are warm-blooded animals, or not? So only some kind of trees and plants will grow in hot regions and some other kinds will grow in cold regions, depending on the temperature and rainfall. See, where the temperature and rainfall is high, there we see tall trees grows. Tall trees. What trees? Tall trees. That is equatorial region. Okay. And where it is very hot, that is in a desert area, there is no tree cover. No tree cover. That means the plants does not grow. In very cold regions also, we do not find plants growth there, right? That means what I want to say, temperature, rainfall, these two things influences plants growing in that region. Okay, so let's find that what is coming from the sun. The actual point what we are going to discuss here, the sun. Who is that? Sun and its energy. Sun is the main source of energy. Sun is the main source of energy on the earth. Understand? That means what kind of energy comes from the sun, right? What do we get? Light. Understand? What we get? Light and heat. Light and heat. These are the form of energy coming from the sun. Understand? And this is constantly emitted by the sun towards the earth. Look at here. We know everyday morning, what do we see? Sunlight. Along with that, we find gradually our area becoming warmer from the coldness. From the coldness. Understand? So it means that we are getting light, sunlight. Which one? Sunlight. Sunlight. Okay. And heat. These two are the form of energy coming from the sun. So here is a figure showing the sun rays are falling on the earth's surface. Which one? Earth surface. Look at this figure 2.3. What do you see here? It is earth and there sun rays are falling on the earth. Sun rays are emitted. Emitted means coming out of the sun. Okay. So the sun rays are emitted from the sun is called solar radiation. What do we call? Radiation. Solar radiation. What is meant by radiation here? Where the light coming out of something is called radiation. Okay. When a body, when a thing gives energy out, that is called radiation. So sun is a big powerhouse. This is the sun. It is a big powerhouse. From this powerhouse, energy is emitted out in the form of light and heat, and that sun energy emitted out is called solar radiation. Okay, the energy produced from the sun is emitted out in the form of sun rays, in the form of sun rays, and that what we call solar radiation. Okay, so solar radiation, solar in the sense it is a word which means sun. So we know that light and heat coming from the sun, that is energy. Another form of energy also coming from the sun, that is UV rays. Which rays? UV rays. Radio waves. Next, what is that? Radio waves. Then X-rays. X-rays. These all are the different forms of energy which comes from the sun. We cannot see this one. We can feel, right? When we feel it is hot, that means temperature is increasing. When we feel it is cool, the temperature is low. So can you see the temperature? No, we can sense it, right? Can you see the radio waves, X-rays and UV rays? No, we can sense it, right? So here, all these are the different forms of energy coming from the sun. So sun is a powerhouse. Okay, constantly sun emits out heat and light in the form of sun rays, that what we call solar radiation. Okay, and this solar radiation is more or less, okay, solar radiation is constant. Okay, as we find some months it is cold and some months it is low temperature, it is not by the low solar radiation. Solar radiation is constant, daily, every day, every year we find same amount of solar radiation with little variation. With what? Little variation. Okay, there is no change in the solar radiation. So solar radiation is constant, but there will be little variation. Then how do we get some places are hot, some places are cold? This is because of the earth shape. What is the earth shape? uh, Spherical shape. Which one? Spherical shape. So due to the spherical shape, there on earth's surface we find an angle, that what we call a curvature. What we call curvature? Look at here, this is the bend. What do you see here? This is curvature. Understand? So due to the curvature nature of the earth and the spherical shape are the reasons for variation in the temperature. So solar radiation is constant. What earth receives, that is called insolation. What we call insolation. So there is variation in insolation. What is varying here? Insolation is varying. Understand? So here I'll start.